Welcome, and this is the Grassroots Education and Entertainment Network, your number one source of information, education, and entertainment. For honest, responsible, and dependable information, we stand supreme. To stay focused, inspired, and relaxed, choose green.
Ekabo and welcome to the Ifagbemiro Show. I am your host, Ifagbemiro, and today, as usual, we are going to continue lessons on the basics of Ifa. I would like to start the program off by reciting this Oriki, which, when I'm done the recitation, I would give the English translation of the Oriki. Ọpẹ́ ni fún Ọlọ́run, Olódùmarè, Ọba Jìkì, Mójìlọ́ni, Mówogun mẹ́rin ayé, ìbà ilẹ̀ oòrùn, ìbà ìwọ̀ oòrùn, ìbà àríwá, ìbà gúúsù, ìbà ọba ìgbàláyé, ìbà ọ̀run òkè, ìbà bàbá, ìbà yèyé, ìbà àtiwọ̀ oòrùn, ìbà ṣẹ́ igun kìkì igun, ìbà ṣẹ́ orí inú, ìpọ́nrí àtiwọ̀ oòrùn. Òfi ọ̀pá òtútù káàn lẹ́sìkánná àrọ́nà, ìbà èṣù ọ̀dàrà, èṣù làlú, ògiri òkò, òkúri, orí ìtà, àjà langa langa làlú. Àṣẹ, àṣẹ, àṣẹ. Okay, this Oriki is one of the most basic Orikis that we use for recitation, and it could be used for a variety of purposes. Today, for example, I used it to start the show. All right, the first line of the Oriki is Ọpẹ́ ni fún Ọlọ́run, and in English this means gratitude to the owner of the realm of ancestors. The second two lines reads Ìbà Olódùmarè, Ọba Jìkì, Mójìlọ́ni, Mówogun mẹ́rin ayé. It means I respect the Creator, the King who we praise first. I awake today, I behold the four corners of the world. And the second part of it is Ìbà ìlà oòrùn, which is I respect the power of the East. Ìbà ìlà oòrùn, I respect the power of the East, sorry. Ìbà ìwọ̀ oòrùn, I respect the powers of the West. Ìbà àríwá, I respect the powers of the North. Ìbà gúúsù, I respect the powers of the South. Ìbà ọba ìgbàláyé, I respect the king of the seasons of the earth. Ìbà ọ̀run òkè, I respect the invisible realm of the mountains. Ìbà bàbá, ìbà yèyé, I respect the wisdom of the ancestral fathers and mothers. Ìbà àtiwọ̀ ọ̀run, I respect all things that live in the invisible realm. The third part, Ìbà ṣẹ́ igungun kìkì igun, I respect the mediums of the ancestors who praise the ancestors. Ìbà ṣẹ́ orí, orí inú, ìpọ́nrí, àtiwọ̀ oòrùn, I respect the self, the inner self, and the higher self, which brings the blessings of the invisible realm. All right, and that forms the greater part of the Oriki that I used to open the show today. All right, today we would take a little break from the normal schedule, and I want today to discuss a couple of terms that I may have used in the past lessons that I think we probably need to, or I need to explain just a little bit. All right. The first couple of lessons that we have done, you would have been hearing a lot of terms being used. All right. An example would be just now in the Oriki, I used three terms that described the Ori. All right. And these terms were Ibashe Ori, Ori Inu, Ipori, Atiwo Orun. All right. The first term, Ori, is in reference to the self, your head, yourself. The second term that was used was Ori Inu, which is the inner self. And the third term that was used was Ipori Atiwo, which was in reference to the higher self. All right. So these are three terms that are used in the Oriki that I explained. Let me look for a couple of other words that were used um, that you're going to hear me use quite a bit. All right. I'm trying to provide a few explanations so that for persons who, for the first time, is now becoming familiar with the Ifa Orisha principles, precepts, and concepts, you would be able to follow without a whole lot of difficulties. All right. Um, the last session, I spoke about the 4 day, and I spoke about the 16 days, and I also spoke about the 19 days. So basically, what we are hearing is a lot of terms and a lot of references to a lot of things, and in a lot of cases, we use Yoruba words. Sweetie, you see a book list over there. Not a book list, I mean a dictionary, like. Or you can check over here also. Yeah. Um, and a lot of these words that are said in Yoruba, a lot of times I may not take the time off to really get into saying what it means because of the fact that I'm either reading through a lesson or I'm busy explaining what the particular lesson entails. All right. Now we're going to meet again a lot of words, and I'm going to just be saying them in Yoruba, and I may not give time for an explanation. One of the words that I've probably used during the course of the show would have been one of the words would have been like the word abori. All right. The word abori is the elevation of consciousness through the use of invocation and spiritual cleansing. Sometimes you would hear the word ibori, also in reference being used similarly. All right. It is the process of placing the physical self and the higher self in perfect alignment. All right. Another word that you may also hear me use is the greeting. Sometimes when the show starts off, you may hear me say aboro, aboye, abosheshe. Or you may hear one of the other, on the other shows, you may hear one of the barbers or even the ear give such greeting. All right. I'm going to try to explain it and demystify it so that whenever we hear those terms being used, we would understand what it means. The term aboro, aboye, abosheshe is the traditional Ifa greeting, and it means I lift your burden from earth and raise it to the realm of immortals. So this is the basic greeting or the traditional Ifa greeting. All right. Other words that we would meet frequently during the course of the lessons and the sessions would include words like adimu. The term adimu is in reference to an offering of food to the spirits, and it also refers to a calabash with a lid, depending on the context in which it is used. All right. Now, this word adimu is spelled Ademu. All right. Versus adimu spelled Adimu, which is a form of masquerade in memory of an ancestor or igun. All right. The next word we're going to look at is the word adura. All right. As you can tell, I'm progressing in alphabetical order. The word adura is in reference to prayer that generally follows an invocation to the spirits. This type of prayer is a spontaneous appeal to the spirits. All right. I'm just trying to find the common words here off of our list. All right. So this is it may not seem to be an important show, but it is. All right. Afoshe or aforshe is a magical incantation. All right. So that's a term I may use during the lessons. Um, Agba. The term Agba is an elder person of either gender. All right. It could also be used in context as the stem used as a rope. All right. The term Agbale means head of the household. All right. Agbalagba is an elder or a very old person. All right. These are terms commonly used. The term Agbo is another one. Depending on how you pronounce it, the term Agbo can mean it could mean medicine, it could mean a poultice, it could mean a ram, it could also mean a ram sacred to the spirit of lightning, which is Shango. You have Agbo, which is a circle of dancers at a religious ceremony. So the word Agbo could mean several things. All right. The next word here is Agbo Nirigun. This is a praise name for the spirit of destiny or Orunmila. And what it literally translates into in English is hunter of the medicine of good fortune. All right? Let me see. Aguta is sheep. Aiku, AIKU, is immortality, or one who has become a deified ancestor, meaning never die. All right? Aye, spelled AIYE, means the surface of the earth. In Ifa scripture, it is the place where the realm of ancestor meets the realm of humans. All right, then the next term is Ajagun. The term Ajagun is devotee of the spirit of iron, which is Ogun, who functions as a soldier. All right, Ajagun Obiri is a female devotee of the spirit of iron, which is Ogun, who functions as a soldier. All right, Ajalaye is the wind of the earth and is an aspect of the spirit of wind, which is Oya. All right. Ajala Mopin is one of the spirits who shape the head and forms the consciousness of each newborn child. Aja Oshun is the planet Venus, sacred to the spirit of the river Oshun, also known as the companion of the moon or the dog of the moon, the spirit of Venus. Aje is the spirit of a bird used by women Iyami to invoke powers used for abundance and justice. The same power is used to consecrate the crown of the Yoruba kings. It is also used as a reference to money or abundance. All right. Aje Saluga is the elemental spirit of abundance, and it is sacred to the spirit of the mothers. Again, you can play this lesson over and over until you get some of these terms. So as we progress with the lessons, it would be very easy for you to understand because you have already become familiar with the translation of these words from Yoruba to English. All right. Ajo is a meeting or gathering of a group of people. This Yoruba term is also used to describe the susu. Ajo means a journey used in reference to the spiritual journey of self discovery that occurs throughout life. Ajogun is the destructive spirits that bring death, disease, and poverty. These spirits are generally associated with the spirit of the divine messenger Eshu and are considered an aspect of the balancing dynamic that occurs in nature. All right. Ajojo is dancing for the spirit, right? Or to the spirits of Orisha. All right. Ajo Ajori is the spirit of the daughter of the spirit of lightning, or the daughter of Shango. And it means in English, bird of the inner spirit. All right. Akala is Voltaire, and it is the sacred spirit of the river Oshun. Oshun. Akara is bread cakes cooked in palm oil, sacred to the spirit of the ancestors. All right. People, again, watch this video repeatedly and try to learn what these Yoruba words means in English. As we start doing the lessons, I would be progressing at a pace, so I wouldn't have time to stop to explain, okay, this word mean this and this word mean that. So the more you are familiar with these words, it's easier for you to follow all of the lessons. All right, so I'm taking the time today to give these words and their English interpretation. Akoda is one of the Prophet's Orunmila's first two students. The term is also used to identify a senior priest in a society of diviners. All right, Akoda. Allah, ALA. It means light in the spiritual sense of that which brings illumination or enlightenment. Also a reference to the spirit of light. Also refers to white cloth in both literal and symbolic terms. The symbol of the white cloth is a reference to moral purity. All right, Allah. It means white cloth. It means dream. It means effective dreamer. It means one who has visions while sleeping. In Ifa scriptures, white cloth is a symbolic reference to dreams and mystic vision. All right. Alafia. This is a term we all hear and use. Alafia is a greeting that means peace, good fortune, and abundance. So when someone greets you Alafia, your response should also be Alafia. Keep in mind, it is a greeting that means peace, good fortune, and abundance. Alabalashe means forever. Alabalashe is a praise name also for the spirit of the king of the white cloth, which is Obatala, and it means he who predicts the future. Alagba means elder, and it is also a title for the chief priest of the Society of Ancestor Reverence in Ile-Ife. All right. Alagbo means a medicine pot. Alakete, Alakete is a calabash of light, one of the primal sources of creation. Alashe means a person of power. Amor means lizard. Again, I'm trying to use terms that we are going to see while we're studying our lessons. Amulu means combination. So make notes, take notes, or replay for memory so you can memorize. Ana means yesterday. Apari Inu means inner spirit. Apetebi, Apetebi is the spirit of the wife of the spirit of destiny, who is Orunmila, an initiated person within Ifa that is held by those women who are married to, to Ifa initiates is apetebi. Okay? All right. Ara. It means the body, the self. It means people, depending on the context. All right. Araba is a senior Ifa priest who is initiated into mysteries that are associated with protection from the spirit of infectious diseases, right? Which is Ubaluaye. All right. Ariwa, it means north, and it also refers to the spirit of the north. Arun means illness or disease, and Arun Ara mean illness of the body. Atare, spelled Atare, is hot pepper used in foods and medicines. In Ifa, it is eaten to prepare the mouth for certain type of prayers. Atare, Atari, is the top of the head, also referred to as the power center at the top of the head. And while I'm here, I would say this. Your Ori have three parts. The Iwaju, which is to the front, your forehead. The Atari, which I just mentioned, which is the top of the head or the power center. And then there's the Ipako at the back of the head. So your Ori have three parts. Beside it being Ori, the head, right? Beside it being Ori Inu and Iponri, that is three parts. But those that describe the spiritual qualities. And then there's the physical parts, which I just described. Right? Okay, we continuing to read. To get some of the Yoruba words that we should make notes of. Ashe. It is a term you hear us use quite frequently when others are reciting Oriki to support. The word Ashe means spiritual power, and it is that which brings dynamic force into being in the universe. The word is also used at the end of the prayers, meaning may it be so. The phrase is intended to be an invocation rather than a request. All right? Ashe, Ashe is also the mensuration. So the very term that means spiritual power also means mensuration. All right? The difference is the tonal mark. The one that referred to the mensuration has a rising tonal mark on the last E, whereas Ashe, spiritual power, only have one decreasing tonal mark over the first A in the word ASE. All right? Aye means the world. All right? I'm going to give you just a few more because I've already crossed the time limit for the show. All right. Atunwa, Atunwa, means rebirth of character. The Ifa word used for reincarnation of the soul. Awo means mystery or diviner. The same word awo with a rising tonal mark over the last O means guinea hen. The word awo with a decreasing tonal mark to the front means dish or plate. All right, so please take note of that. The word awo can mean different things. Baba means father, and it is used to describe any male adult old enough to have children. In Yoruba culture, it is impolite to call someone who is older by their proper name. Instead, they are called by their title or called by the words that indicate their relative age within the extended family. All right, this is something worth noting. Babalawo means father of secrets. It is a male initiate into the mysteries of Ifa. The term Babalawo is generally reserved for the elder Ifa initiates in a given community, especially those who are adept at Ifa divination. Babal Orisha, it means father of the forces in nature. It's a male initiate into the mysteries of nature. All right. Such a person could also be referred to as an Awo Orisha. All right. Baba Luaye is the spirit of the surface of the earth. This is the spirit associated with those infectious diseases that are carried by the wind across the surface of the earth during dry and hot times of the year. Babanla, it means grandfather, meaning father of the light of wisdom. All right. This is also another term that is in reference to Obatala. All right. I'm almost done. Just bear with me. Make good notes because these terms are going to be used in future lessons. Bale, it means to touch the ground in front of an elder as a sign of respect. Balogun, it means the chief of the society of warriors. Bara is a praise name for the divine messenger Eshu. It is a reference to the divine messenger's strength. Beko, it is not so or no. Beni, it is so or yes. Bembe, it is a drum used in Hausa religious ceremonies. The word bo means to enter, it means to arrive, and it also means to escape, right? Bo with a falling tonal mark over the O is to cover. Bo with no tonal mark means to enter. Bo also with a slanting tonal mark and a mark below the O, it means to arrive. Bo with a rising tonal mark over the A and a mark below the O means to escape. So therefore, bo means to cover. Bo with no tonal mark means to enter. Bo with a slanting tonal mark from left to right means to arrive, and one with a rising tonal mark means to escape. All right. Buru means bad, negative, or destructive, and buruku means to place of extreme confusion. Describes a condition of consciousness in which there is little hope for spiritual transformation. It also means very bad, very negative, or very destructive. Buruku. And with that, I would close today's show and say Odabo and see you next week. Remember, make notes, rewatch the video so that you can memorize these words. So as the lessons continue and these words come up, you would know exactly what they mean. All right? I would see you next week. Remember to like, share, subscribe. And at the end of this video, another video is going to come up. Please take a look. All right? Thank you. See you next week. Odabo.